welcome to Split 3 of Week 1 of the 8th season of the Clio Cup SoF League. We are still in Oschersleben, we are not done yet, and this won't even be the last video we will have, because we also have a 4th split. But today we focus on split number 3, and what are the key facts? Pretty high SoF for 3rd split, the highest SoF for split 3 we ever had, 1619, pretty high number. The podium last time we were in Oschersleben for split 3 was James Holcrow in front of Jordan Howard and Sandra Silver. Spoiler alert, none of these 3 drivers participates in split 3, so we will get a new podium for this race. 16 cars, 1 car less than in split 1 and split 2, because it was 66 drivers overall. And since this is the first race of the season, there is no championship standings and all. You know it by now, so we jump straight into the starting grid to see how qualifying went. And then we will see each other again at the start of the race. And that was the qualifying, and the lights are about to go green. They are red already, and ladies and gentlemen, green, 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 we are racing. Welcome, split 3 in Oschersleben is on the way. 16 cars, and we see a bit of movement in the back. It was a purple car. So far the race to turn 1. Will we see any shenanigans? Lower iRating, of course. Here in split 3, does everyone survive? I think so. Looks fine. First 2 corners, everyone survived. Now turn 3. Oh no! And changed it with everyone survived. Ivan Hernandez, car number 1, and Chris Forrester, number 14, getting together in turn 3. And turn 3 is dangerous in the early stages in lap 1. We have seen it in every race thus far. We had incidents in every single race. Lap 1 in turn 3. But apart from that, everyone is still driving, but Forrester is far, far away, over 5 seconds. Toby Kiel and Gianluca Govini are now on the back straight for the first time. Covini on the inside. Will he get through? Ooh, he takes the curb. And Covini gets through. And maybe even Rob Blay. Little bit of sliding. Covini super wide there, but doesn't matter for the moment. Yeah, split 3. Many unfamiliar names, but this is good. We like new people. I mean, a few names we have seen last season. Dan Thornton, the leader, comes to mind. Tore Björkund Larsen had 1 race. Chris Forrester, who was in this incident, was in the week 13 event in Virginia. And I think Ivan Hernandez also has a few SoF races in his career driven here in the Clio Cup. But yeah, apart from that one big incident, somewhat civil. Daniel Bond, another of the 368 Formula Lama drivers. They are everywhere. Big team. And Daniel Bond in P2, so far so good. We see Oh! This is Rob Blay. Rob Blay was on the outside, didn't know what happened there. We will see in the highlights if it was something interesting or if it was just a lockup that caused him to go off the track. Thornton Bond and Chris Stansfield. He is in P3, the number 16 driver, the lowest rated driver in fact, but currently in P3 this would be an upset. But being in P3 is one thing, staying there is the other. So far so good. Thornton is getting chased by Daniel Bond. And no, I will not make a cheesy James Bond joke. Forget it. This is high quality production, so to speak. Sometimes I suddenly start to speak German, like I did in Split 2 for a split second. Hopefully this doesn't happen too often. Oh, there's a car going wide. That was Thierry Björklund Lassen. He went super wide in turn 3 and lost one position. I believe he can hold off Toby Keele. Dave Clark, another new name, many new names here of course. I mean, it's a record-setting SoF race, which means by design basically many new names. But Dan Thornton I'm familiar, Daniel Bond I'm familiar, and a few other names I at least saw. Maybe not in an SoF, but in an official. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, how does the SoF League work? You simply take part in the right official time slot. No entry fee nor sign up apart from go to iRacing, go into the officials, and Wednesday 9 p.m. for Central Europeans, you are there. But info's all in the Discord, link is in the description, as it should be. Toby Keele, he is in P6. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? This is Stansfield. All we saw was basically the end. Ay. It was such a good result for him. He was in P3 and now he is down in P8. But yeah, this is to be expected. In Split 3 and Split 4, lower iRating usually means not that much experience. You can be fast with a low iRating, but it does mean at least that you have low experience. Maybe you're new to iRacing in general, but you expect more mistakes or more adventurous tries to overtake your opponent. But we will have it in the highlights what happened to Stansfield. It's a shame, he was in P3. 1362 iRating. Speaking of iRating and SoF strength, I said in the opening that it is 1619. The race overlay here says 1620, while two cars go a bit wide. Why is that? How the programs are rounding the numbers. That's it. So there's a teeny tiny change there. Gianluca Covini in P3. No, we are at Paul Remnant. I'm sorry, we are not in P3. We are... Oh, interesting try. Paul Remnant on the inside, but too far away against Lucas Macheta, who is from Poland, it seems. Hard to guess by the livery, isn't it? Chris Stansfield. I wonder what happened there. Was it a driver mistake? Maybe, probably. We don't know. I won't judge. We will see it in the highlights at the end of the video. But the broadcast is still going. Let's take a look a bit on the standings. Dan Thornton leads comfortable with 2 seconds in front of Daniel Bond, who has Gianluca Covini right on his tail. 0.3 seconds, then 2 seconds to Toby Kiel, another second to Thierry Björkund Lassen, another second to James Moore, another second to Lava, and so forth and so forth. Gonzalez pretty close. We have a change in camera. Covini and Bond. Is something happening? Oh, he takes it super tight. Gianluca Covini. Will he, won't he? Just showing a bit of the nose, but nothing too crazy. He takes the corners super tight in general. Did you notice that? Interesting choice. But so far he's in P3. That's a good result. Just looking for a moment. Rob, Blade, Dave Clark. David Clark in the grass. You don't have to be that far to the right. And Rob Blade goes through and stays. He is now in P14. Dave Clark, number 5 car, just in P15. But there are a few drivers that are not where they should be according to their iRating at least. One of them is Ivan Hernandez. He is car number 1 and he's just in P10. Cool livery, by the way. He fights against Isra Gonzalez. He is the number 10 car. That's in P9, so it's somewhat expected. And yeah, Dave Clark, number 5 in 15. Rob Blaine, number 9 and 14, those are the ones pretty much behind what we could expect on the rating itself. Yeah, we see more movement overall. And Hernandez gets it done. Counter attack by Gonzalez doesn't. No, not gonna happen. And Hernandez now in P9. And if we take a look the other way around, people that are higher up than their rank assumes. Daniel Bond in P2, he is car number 7. Toby Kiel in P4. And still, even though he lost so many positions, Chris Stansfield, number 16, he is still in P8. But I'm curious if Ivan Hernandez, now that he's passed Isra Gonzalez, if he can close the gap. He has 4 minutes and the lap afterwards. So there's a bit of time. There is a bit of time. Chris Forrester, who was in this lap 1 incident, he is now in P13. Lava going wide. Matthias Lava almost losing the position against Chris Stansfield. And to the lead, Bond and Thornton, a fight for P1. We are on the back straight into the chicane, and Bond stays bent, and Covini. Super close, those 3. The top 3 was within 0.6 seconds. Stansfield is past Lava. That's P7. I wonder what happened. Ooh, there's someone going wide. That was James Moore. But you don't lose too much time. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world with these cars. But don't do it too often. Watch out. Super tight, the top 3. Super tight. Hernandez also fighting against Lava. We don't see it, but we can follow it on the timetable to the left. Seems as Lava was able to defend. Meanwhile, Paul Remnant losing 2 positions. That was a mistake in turn 2. Yeah, but this is interesting. The top 3 super close together. They are fighting for a race win. And doesn't matter if it's split 1, 2, 3, 4. A win is a win is a win. And you want it. And the best way to get into split 2 is by winning. Because a win usually means a good iRating plus. And a good iRating plus means higher chances to get into split 2. It's easy. 0.3 between the three. Wow, super tight. Super tight. Ivan Hernandez now defending. Oh no! Oh no! This was not good. This was not good. This was not good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Instead of maybe getting into P8, he lost a lot of time and is back in P10. Maybe with the damaged car now. I think we just saw the white flag being waved there, which means final lap. This makes sense in terms of time. So, final lap. Did not understand it. Sorry. Also, Toby Kiel. This is a tight race to the end. One tire, Covini. He tries. I think he's talking in Spanish. So, don't know what he says. Covini. Bond. And he gets it. He gets past. But the race is not over. 4 cars within a second. Chris Forrester and Lucas Macheta. I don't know. Let me know. But this goes down to the wire. Not many. Oh, this is interesting. Daniel Bond now on the outside against Gianluca Covini. Different choice of line. Maybe a better exit. The exit is much better. And he goes to the inside. But no, not enough room. And this settles it. I think this settles it. Dan Thornton. I know this is also an interesting battle, but please show me the leading pack. There they are. Thornton, Covini, Bond, Kiel. Thank you for a great race. Thank you very much. This was interesting to watch. James Moore.
Good racing.
Good racing indeed. Dan Thornton, our winner, is happy with how this went. And this was an interesting race. Different to split 1 and 2, of course. And probably the few things I noted down for the highlights probably show the difference between split 1, 2, and 3. But interesting race. And Thornton wins. Gianluca Covini in P2 and Daniel Bond loses P2 late, but this was an interesting fight. Everyone finishes the race, everyone gets classified, and congratulations to Dan Thornton. Great performance. Great performance. Maybe we will see him soon in Split 2. But also Covini and Bond, I liked what I see. I really liked what I just witnessed. Good drive, all of you. But yes, this was the race, but not the video. Because we are now jumping to the championship standings. Interesting race, wouldn't you agree? And now we will take a quick look because it is race 1 and we basically know how the standings are because we just saw the race. So this will be real quick. And we are now at the official championship standings, and if we take a look for the split 3 candidates, Dan Thornton, our race winner, is in P16, Gianluca Covini in P18, Daniel Bond in 21, and Toby Kiel in 23. Those were the top 4 of this race, and I think they show that they are capable of more. Maybe we will see more of them. And in the top 50, a few other split 3 drivers currently. But season is really young. The split 3 championship No surprise, it's what we just saw. Will be more interesting as the season goes on, so let's not waste any more time on that, because this will be a longer segment as the season goes on, of course. Now, last thing for me to do is to inform you. Sorry that I was just thinking about words right now, don't know where my brain went. Nowhere, it seems. Last thing for me to do is show you the replay highlights and inform you one final time, we are not done with the week. Week 1 has 4 splits. I got the 4th replay as well, which means tomorrow, same time, same channel, split 4 for the very first time in the Clio Cup SoF history. That's it for me. Have fun with the highlights, and I hope to see you tomorrow for split 4.